Yeah, this iMist's top 1, it's not good. iMist's, predominantly a player that had a level in mind, and now it's here 5 years later. Now, iMist's doesn't really have any extremes that he has hosted before this in his catalog of levels, and with this being a top 1, he's actually trying something else with this, rather than some hell theme extreme top 1, which I can't lie, I don't think making this top 1 was the greatest move in the first place, and it was also made to be an unofficial sequel to the Golden, which I don't really see the resemblance at all, and I get that iMist's has acknowledged this. However, if you had a project in mind for 5 years, I don't really see why you wouldn't stick with the original idea. But you can definitely see in the layout and the gameplay that they definitely took a lot of inspiration from the Golden, and maybe too much inspiration. Which inspiration is fine, but I think that you need to actually expand on the ideas of the original level. And that's the problem with this level primarily, is that there's not really many unique ideas going on here. And as a result of that, the level kind of feels very corporate and boring. A lot of the level just seems over-decorated, not very polished, and just overdone in general. And that might look good to some people, but to me it kind of just shoots it in the foot rather than actually helping it look better. There's layering on each part in the foreground of the level that really brings out the level in kind of a negative way, to be honest. I think that it's practically carried and only really atmospheric because of the foreground layers. There is one part that I do actually enjoy though, and that is, I believe, Newbie Pro's part. It's the second part of the level, and it actually has some decent ideas going through it. I do enjoy the different shades of blue and the way that they pop out within the level and they flash, like the little ground breaks in the block design. That actually looks pretty nice. And I do like how you can see every little detail and kind of which object they're kind of created of. However, I cannot say the same thing for basically every other part of the level. And I kind of find it funny how there's one just random glow part that looks really dated in the middle of the level, right after Newbie Pro's part. And yes, you can make the argument that it's pretty impressive to make these things in the editor, but I feel like it should be more for show rather than creating artificial difficulty. Yeah, considering this level's top 1, I don't think that these very complex designs really help out the player. And it's not to say that they look bad or anything, I just think they're too overdone in the parts. They're over-designed, and I don't think they really fit in the top 1 in the first place. And even though all of these atmospheric effects kind of create some sort of intensity for the level, I don't really think it should fit a top 1, and it should fit just an extreme demon. I honestly feel nothing from this level, and I feel like it was just made because it wanted to be top 1. And yes, I think while following in the footsteps of the Golden could be quite admirable, on paper it sounds good, but what you get is something that's completely different other than the gameplay that's uninspired, and apparently not fun to play at all. However, that's by only one opinion. I think this level is kind of a case of less is more in a Geometry Dash level. But in some cases it definitely does fall short and do less, and it does not stick the landing whatsoever. A lot of the stuff in this level just falls flat, and I may see the appeal, but to me, this is very not good.